everybody, welcome back to my channel, Low Inspired Living. On this channel, that was like, ooh, spicy. Living. On this channel, I talk about everything fragrance related, everything that smells good and makes my life a little bit sweeter. Hopefully yours too. Today, guys, I think I have a little bit of an exciting video. We are doing a second video from a company that reached out to me again to work with me and send me some perfumes. I'm so excited to hear from them again. I really have liked the perfumes they sent me last time, and that is the cologne. So they make obviously cologne or dupe fragrances of really high-end luxury perfumes, but they are vegan, cruelty-free, very ethical perfumes. And what I also like is that they're all extracts, so higher concentration of perfume oils. And I'm gonna tell you guys today, they also kind of tell you how they tweaked it to make it better than the original. And I think the best part of all of this is that they are much more affordable than some of the luxury perfumes they are inspired by. So thank you so much to the Clone or Clone of Perfumes for reaching out to me again and wanting to work with me again. So I have the three that I got last time that I'm going to show you guys quickly. They all have a dent in them. Santal 33 is their Pleasure Noir. Killian's Love Don't Be Shy is called Brave in Love. This one has the biggest dent from me. I love that one. And then Tom Ford's Lost Cherry is called Naked Cherry for them. I also have a good dent going in that one as well. So if you missed that video last time, that was my first impressions of them. I'm going to show you the three new scents that I picked out today. And I'm also going to show you some layering combinations. So that's a little bit different today. Last time, it was just my first impression of the brand overall. This time we got some layering combinations. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to start off with this one. This is their Rouge Veil, aka BR540, Baccarat Rouge 540. If you are familiar with this scent profile at all, it's a warm, rich saffron scent. It's beautiful. It's very clean, girl. It's very classic, very everyday. Ariana Grande's Cloud is kind of like the more affordable designer perfume alternative, but this is even cheaper than getting like an Ariana Grande Cloud or other kind of dupes. This is an extrait form, and it's right now it's going on their website. It's actually on sale. It is going for $39.99. So $40 plus if you use my code LOWINSPIREDLIVING, you save 15% on that. I got you, girl. So what's so cool about this is they have the notes listed on the website. So the notes for this are top notes of saffron, orange blossom. And I like how they break it down, because if you didn't know, when it comes to notes and fragrance, they explain the top is what you smell first, then the middle is the heart of the perfume, what's gonna kind of like be the base, and then the actual base is what lingers on your skin throughout the day. So top notes, saffron and orange blossom, mid notes of jasmine, plum and cedarwood, and base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. So it's a beautiful scent. I do love the BR540 kind of DNA. I've never had the original, but I love this kind of perfume. To me, this is an easy reach perfume. It was very popular. Everybody seems to kind of like it. It's generally pleasing. Now, what I want to kind of point out today, if you go on their website, any of their selections that you're looking through, which from what I'm seeing, they have a limited library, because it seems like they are being very intentional and very like careful with what they pick. Of course, they want to do what's popular, and it seems like everything is done with a lot of love and crafted very well to like a high standard, because it's more like quality over quantity. They're not pumping out these dupes like crazy. They're being really intentional, really careful, and they're pumping them out slowly but very well. Also, I did label all of mine, so this little text right here, that is from my label maker. I will go ahead and link that. I love labeling them. Last time I labeled them on the back, so like for example, that's the one I did for Lost Cherry, but this time I wanted to label them on the front, but it did cover up the part where it does say that this is an extrait. So yeah, extrait perfume. And yes, they come in 1.7 ounce bottles. Very nice, sleek black glass bottle with a simple label. They look really good, all sitting on my shelf together as a whole collection. All right, so what I want to point out today, guys, is where in this section, where on each perfume they have the notes and stuff, then it will say a section that says when to wear it. So for this one, they suggest fall and winter evenings, date nights, when you want to be noticed, not loud. Skip on hot and humid days, which I totally agree with. It's not work friendly for the gym or anything. Not work friendly, not because it doesn't smell good. It smells great, but people are going to smell you around your office bubble, especially if you work in an area where you don't have a closed door office where you like sit around other people. It might be distracting. It even tells you 2 sprays is the sweet spot, tells you where to put it, tells you everything. And then I really like this. This says honest comparison, this version from the clone versus the original. So both have a saffron and amber DNA. They're warm, slightly sweet, decidedly grown up and expensive. But where they differ is that the original has a sharper, almost synthetic sparkle, and this one softens it. It is slightly less projection at the 4-hour mark, comparable longevity by hour 8. So and it explains exactly what they did to create their own version. They cut the ambergris isolate by 30% and brought in a touch of fir resin to round out the dry down. So it's less perfume and more like skin you'd want to lean into and make it more intimate and expensive smelling, right? So the bottom line, if you wear BR540 daily and you love it, stay with the original. But if it's ever felt too loud, too sweet, or you can't justify $335 to spend on it, this is your best bet. And that's me. That's where it comes down to. I am not paying $300 for Baccarat Rouge 540. Absolutely not. So I will be getting something like this every single time. So I absolutely love this. So yeah, I definitely had to point those tabs out for you guys. Yeah, it even says there's even a note here from the lab. We made 6 versions of this scent before we chipped and decided on this one. The first one had too much saffron. And basically the result is the dry warmed wood feeling rather than a cotton candy sweetness that a lot of dupes have. So I actually like that. To me, that makes it a more luxury, a more expensive smelling, more classy, which is what you would want Baccarat Rouge to be. You don't want it to have like that super sweet candy kind of thing because it's gonna smell great, but it's not gonna smell as expensive as BR540 actually really is. So I love that for $40, I can get such a luxurious feel and smell. So absolutely love this one. Now let's get into the layering products. So for Baccarat Rouge 540, of course, from Bath & Body Works, we have our Everyday Luxuries collection, Seeing Rouge. I don't have that in my collection though. I'm not the hugest fan of the Everyday Luxury collection. I like to layer it with different mists and kind of bring in some different scent components. So what inspired this first one is actually another extract from a different brand. So I am going to have to show a different brand really quick. That is Okja, and it is the Miss Girl from Paul Reacts. This is Lost Cherry in BR540. So I thought, why not get my BR540 dupe and mix it with Black Cherry Merlot? Yes, I absolutely love Black Cherry Merlot. Whatever cherry scent is your favorite at Bath & Body Works, or a mist that you have in general that you like that has a deep, sexy cherry, mix it with BR540. That is going to really bring that date night, luxury, sexy kind of scent to BR540. Whereas this is more like a clean, intimate skin scent, but very luxurious, very like rich and expensive. The cherry note added to it definitely makes it a little bit more playful, a little sexy and flirty. So absolutely love that one. If you cannot get your hands on a bottle of Black Cherry Merlot, don't worry. Dirty Soul Soap Company has it. So Black Cherry wine from Dirty Soul Soap Company layered with Baccarat Rouge 540. There you go. We got Miss Girl at home. We got Miss Girl at home. And honestly, this smells a little bit better. So yes, love that one. I would also say it plays really well within the stars. In the stars has notes of starflower, sandalwood, musk, sugared tangelo, white agarwood, and radiant amber. This is one that I almost unhauled, but smelling it with this makes me more excited to wear this. So I'm actually going to hold on to In the Stars a little bit longer now that I know it smells so good with this Baccarat Rouge 540 dupe. Amazing, amazing. I absolutely love this one. So cannot wait to wear that combination some more. And then of course, I also really love Fairy Tale. So Fairy Tale smells really good with this as well. Fairy Tale has pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. So if you really love the warm amber fruitiness of Fairy Tale, mix it with BR540. So I think that is a great combo as well. So next up, I selected their version of Delina from Parfums de Marly. It is called Deliria, number 17. It's going for $45 right now. This is one of their newer releases over at The Clone. So we have top notes of bergamot, nutmeg, rhubarb, and lychee. Mid notes of Turkish rose, peony, petalia, and vanilla. And base notes of cashmeran, cedar, Haitian vetiver, and incense. I absolutely love this scent. You got to be a rose girl though. That Turkish rose is going to take over. Turkish rose is so strong in anything it's in. And so yeah, Delina, that kind of DNA of that rosy lychee kind of combo. It's beautiful for spring. I think you definitely, it's like a must-have kind of scent for spring. I personally love it. You have to be a rose lover though. You know, if you know Delina, you have to be a rose lover. You just have to. So I absolutely love this one. This one is really, really good. So again, I'm going to read the comparison and where they differ. The original has slightly more lift in the opening, a faint sparkle of high-priced aldehydes, but Deliria softens that opening by about 10 to 15%, but the heart and dry down are remarkably close. Projection is comparable, longevity is identical. So yes, absolutely love that. Here's what they did to it. They used a Turkish Rose Absolute, real, not synthetic, for the heart, which is what gives Deliria a slightly warmer rose character versus the original's luminous one. Dialed the vanilla down just a touch so it reads a little bit more sophisticated rather than sweet. So absolutely love this one. I really like this one. Let's see, when they say... So they suggest wearing it in spring and early autumn for date nights, weddings, brunches, when you want to feel quietly luxurious. So for my perfume, so for my body mist recommendations, if you want to create the whole scent experience, have a full scent routine, I definitely think all of these pair really well. So you're going to spray this on your pulse points, your wrists, behind your ear, maybe behind your knee, ankle, whatever, girl, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, you're gonna spray it on your pulse points. And then I personally like to spray my whole entire body down with my body spray, and I also spray my body spray on my clothes. So that is how I get like a really long lasting scent. And of course I do my whole bath routine as well with lotion. You gotta have moisturized skin. So all of those things together is what makes you have a really long lasting scent. But you're already off to a good bet when you have an extra 8. I mean, you're going to smell yourself all day. So with this one, I would suggest if you have Princess Aurora from the Princess Collection from Bath & Body Works, of course. This one actually has rose, soft rose petals, sandalwood dreams, and sparkling fairy dust. So the rose that plays in here plays beautifully with this. It's floral, it's springtime, it's beautiful. So these work really well together. If you really like the cashmeran, the vetiver, that deep base in here that you get on the dry down, I suggest pairing it with Sweetest Song. Sweetest Song, of course, has blush raspberry, sugar crystals, and whipped musk. I really think these play well together because you get like the bright fruitiness in here, but also Sweetest Song has always had like a musky dry down to me, like powdery, just like deep dark raspberries. Yeah, I absolutely love Sweetest Song. I'm very sad that they are discontinuing it for semi-annual sale. As you can see, I'm about halfway through. I am going to get a backup. I also have the EDP, but if I want to like create a custom scent with Sweetest Song, I definitely think this would go great with it. So I'm excited to try that. And last but not least, I also have another body mist recommendation. You guys know, if you saw the video, how much I absolutely loved the Bodycology Luxe line. So Are You For Real is their dupe of Chloe. So we got some dupe on dupe action. So this is their dupe of Chloe, and it has notes of soft rose and sheer peony. So absolutely goes perfect with Delina. So yes, love those pairs that pair together. All right, and last but not least, we have something that I was very tempted to get this one last time, so I didn't pick it last time, but I knew when they offered me to get some more perfumes, I had to go for it, and it is their version of Black Opium from YSL. I love Black Opium. I'm a Black Opium girly. That was one of my first luxury perfumes, and I will always love it. I don't care if a lot of people loved it. It was a popular girl a couple, like, maybe 5-10 years ago, but to me, it's a classic. I will always love Black Opium. I love her. I love her. So their version is called Lady on Fire, number 23. The notes are pear, pink pepper, and orange blossom. Mid notes of black coffee, jasmine, and bitter almond. Base notes of vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and cedar. Oh, you really smell like that black coffee, vanilla, orange blossom kind of thing. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. So I personally really like wearing Black Opium in fall, winter, and at nighttime. To me, Black Opium is a date night scent, a nighttime scent, bedtime scent, that kind of thing. And so here is the difference. So they both have that coffee vanilla DNA, that specific dark sweet contrast, same after dark lean in close kind of energy. But the original is sweeter, almost candy floss on the opening. Lady on Fire dials down the sugar by maybe 20% so the coffee stays in the lead. The original projects louder in the first hour. We project more evenly across all night. And I definitely agree. As someone who loves Black Opium, it is super strong in the beginning, but then it kind of like fades into a skin scent almost. And I was like, no, I want to announce myself. If I'm wearing Black Opium, I want to be there. I want to be announced. Before I walk in the room, I need you to smell me. So that is what I'm going to be getting with this. So they kind of threw some shade here. They said, we replace the high fructose corn syrup vibe of the original vanilla with a richer, slightly drier vanilla absolute. Brought in cashmere wood and cedar to keep it going from flat in that dry down. So absolutely agree. I love Black Opium. I still have the Perfume version, which I absolutely love. Still gonna use it. Probably will still repurchase it. I can't deny it. I want to get different versions of Black Opium. I'm very curious about. But I also know, hey, if you don't want to pay that price, here you go. This is a really good dupe of it. So, speaking of different flankers of Black Opium that I want to try, one I'm really interested in is Black Opium over Red, which is a cherry note. But, you know, I thought about it. Girl, we got Black Opium over Red at home because I could do this and layer it with any of the cherry scents that I have. I have so many. Sweetheart, cherry, like the possibilities are endless. But one that I want to point out that I think would be really, really good is Cherry Desire. If you got this from Victoria's Secret, anything cherry, but this particular one, because it is cherry liqueur and lacquered woods with maraschino pulp, brown sugar, and blushing amber. Yeah, this is a sexy cherry, and some of the other base notes and mid notes in here, other than cherry, play really well with Black Opium's DNA. So these work really, really well together. So if you have anything like this, or if you specifically have this mist from Victoria's Secret, it's gonna work really well with Black Opium, or AKA Lady on Fire. I love the name of that too. Isn't that fun? Also, if you're a Bath & Body Works fan, you probably know that Into the Night works really well with Black Opium. It layers with it. Of course, Bath & Body Works did their Everyday Luxuries, Midnight Addiction. I personally don't like it. As a Black Opium lover, I never cared for Midnight Addiction. I prefer Into the Night to layer with it. I think they work beautifully together. This one has Raspberry Noir, Amber Crystals, Velvety Rose Petals, Creamy Patchouli, and Mocha Musk. To me, this has always been the superior Black Opium complement as far as Bath and Body Works. So Into the Night, I love it. I go through phases where I like wear it a lot and then I don't touch it, and then I'll wear it again. And so I typically just tell myself, okay, winter is the time to wear this. When it's cold outside, that is Black Opium season. So yes, absolutely love it. Can't wait to wear it this winter. But then I was like, you know what? Raspberry. I like raspberry and cherry with Black Opium. What if we took Raspberry Holiday Pie Bar from the Milk Bar collaboration and put it with Black Opium? And they smell amazing together. Yeah. So this one is sugar cookie, raspberry jelly, and toasted almonds. If you love this one, try this one with Black Opium. You will absolutely be in love. I am definitely going to be wearing this holiday season. I'm so ready. So I kind of like got my whole little collection going because this BR540 could be any day. This BR540 could be any day, daytime, brunch, that kind of vibe. Then we have our spring, Easter kind of time, and then we also have our fall winter vibe with Black Opium, aka Lady on Fire. So it's the 3 new extra perfumes that I got from the Clone. Thank you again to the Clone for sending me these, letting me pick out some new perfumes to play with and share with you guys. Like I said, use code LOWINSPIREDLIVING to save 15% off. I definitely think these make great gifts. Great for people who are just getting into collecting perfumes and don't want to invest a ton of money on these designer perfumes that don't last that long, guys. They really don't. Get yourself an extra. Like, it's honestly, it saves money in the long run, because if you fall in love with the DNA like that and you don't want to keep buying the luxury price tag, you're going to want to find a good dupe. So go ahead and get your dupes now. The kind of luxury DNAs that you like, so that you're saving some money in the long run. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite Clone dupe is. Take a look at their website. Tell me what you're excited to order from them. They also have masculine, unisex leaning perfumes. I, of course, pick out stuff I'm gonna love. But honestly, guys, now that I've kind of got my collection going with 6 bottles now, I might go ahead and start shopping for some Christmas presents for my dad. I know he loves Dior Sauvage. They have their version of that. So I might start looking for some others for my family members. But yes, they have unisex and masculine leaning things as well. So they also make great gifts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.